Hi, I'm Warren Miller.
And I'm Tim Byler.
And in this video, we're going to talk about how to pick the right internet speed. So Tim, if I'm ready to get started with Upward Broadband, how do I know which speed to pick?
That's a great question. The first thing you want to do is reach out to us, have one of our customer support specialists review with you how you use the internet. And what they're going to ask you and what they're going to try to find out is how many devices do you have, how are you using the internet? Is this something where you have one device and using it for email and for scrolling through, social media on occasion? Or do you have, 3 high definition TVs that you all want to run at once? That helps identify what speed makes sense. Even then, sometimes it's not necessarily abundantly clear, like, well, this is the right package. And so we try to identify what makes sense. And it might be even on the slower side, which saves a little money and allows you to identify if it's too slow. So if it's too fast, you're not necessarily going to realize it because it's just going to work.
Yeah.
But you might be paying $20 a month or whatever it is more than you actually need to, and then you're actually getting value of. So if you have a slower speed, let's say you're at the 25.5 speed, and you realize that things are a little slow here, and it's actually because of the internet speed, then we can look at changing plans. But
Yes.
if we try to aim more for the slower speed, so we can actually identify whether or not it's sufficient.
Yeah, it seems like that's advantageous for the customer to start off with the lower speed and then work their way up as opposed to just wasting money. What if I get started and 2 or 3 months into this, Tim, I'm not sure if I have the right speed? What do I do about that?
Great question. So you're gonna realize something's wrong if your videos load slow, for example, or something doesn't feel right. Now that doesn't necessarily mean your internet speed is too slow. That could be a device issue. I've had, as you probably have, too many devices that seem slow, and it doesn't have anything to do with the internet connection. But we can help evaluate that, and if it makes sense and we agree that, okay, maybe a faster speed would help this, that's something we're able to do, and there's no fee to change plans. So there is a change in the monthly cost to change plans, but there's no fee to make that change.
Make that change. That seems really simple to me. So in order to pick the plan, you can just reach out to us. We'll walk you through a process of figuring out how many devices you have or what plans we think would make the most sense to start with. Would put you on that plan, and if you didn't think that plan was appropriate, you can switch to any other plan and no additional cost to make the switch, just the cost of the new plan. It seems relatively simple.
Yeah, and we can even upgrade the speed remotely. There's nothing we need to do to send a technician out to make that change.
Yeah, sounds like hassle-free internet to me. Hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.